Welcome back to my channel. Today's project is that we are going to create a curated creative junk journal out of an adorable strawberry themed. It's part of my Berry Patch and Bloom collection, and this packet is filled with beautiful papers and images all related to the strawberry. So here's our cover, and we're going to of course embellish that all up. And then we have our additional pages. I've already cut all of my pages out, as well as all of my ephemera pieces and fussy cuts. Here we have a whole collection of adorable tags and tickets. We have a variety of different journal cards, little receipts, recipe cards, adorable envelope, an item for the cover of our journal, a couple other folded journal cards, and several envelopes in various sizes. So I have, again, pre-cut these, and I have inked all of my edges so that it would make our tutorial just a little faster today. And I may cut this tutorial out into two parts. The first part just building the journal itself, and the second will come back and we will actually embellish the journal with all the cute tags and envelopes and things like that. I think that will be a better suited for this video. Otherwise, it's going to be very, very long. So also, I mentioned the Berry Patch and Bloom collection. I have two other pieces that I have designed. And the first one here are these hidden paper clips. There's 3 different designs in this printable. And what they are is just cute little paper clips. So I have 2 pages here. I'm going to clip this together, and my pages are held on with my paper clip. But these paper clips are really unique and different, where they have pockets in them. And this one has a little tag that you can make a little note on there. And they're reversible. And on the back side, we have this little poke. We have a little journal card here, and we have it all embellished up with some cute ephemera pieces. And the same is true for each of these. Each of them they're all curated out of this digital Berry Patch and Bloom collection. So everything coordinates beautifully. So 3 different versions here for your hidden paper clips. And then, if you haven't seen, I did also offer a free printable of the stuffed tag, and it's a pretty large tag, but this would be really cute to gift it to someone. So let's say if you typically give cards when you gift someone something, this could replace that, and it can be used for birthdays, for Mother's Day, for congratulations. You can always tuck a little gift card in one of the pockets. So this again has tags, an ephemera card, just some little ephemera pieces, and it's reversible as well. And on the other side, again, it's filled with adorable items in it as well. So that's available right now as a free download. So if you haven't grabbed it, please feel free to do that. All right, let's get started then with our project today. So I mentioned that I pre-cut all of my pieces, and our journal is going to be in the shape of a strawberry. So what we're going to do first is that we are going to back our strawberry with this paper here. Actually, I have two different papers you can choose from in the pack. I have this one and then this gingham plaid here. And I chose to use the gingham plaid clear in the back. So first thing we're going to do is I want to just trim off these white edges here. My printer did not print to the edge on this. Some printers will and others won't. I chose not to. My printer will print to the edge, but I chose not to on this project. So I'm just trimming off two edges because I know that my strawberry is going to fit in this corner here. So I trimmed off those white edges. And then I'm just going to lay my strawberry down here. And what I'll do is I'm going to glue my strawberry, and I'm going to use this fast grab tacky glue. And we'll get some glue on here. So I mentioned the Berry Patch and Bloom collection. I am offering a variety of things in that collection where you can purchase ephemera packs. I have a paper pack. We have the stuffed card that's offered as a freebie right now, and we have the hidden paper clips that I've showed you. And then we also have the Berry Patch and Bloom Curated Creative Journal, which we are creating today. Also, in this creative journal, it's going to be available to you as a digital download file, a printable file, but I will also offer it as a print for you option for those of you who do not want to print out. There are several pages to this. I can't remember, 20 odd pages. So if you would rather have me print that for you and mail it off to you, that is an option as well. And then I'm also going to be including an option for some some embellishment pieces like laces and ribbons and charms if I find some charms and things like that. So, all right. So now that I have my piece attached to my backer, you notice that I took my bone folder and I just ran that across my piece just to make sure that I had good adhesion, clear to the edges and things like that. So now I am ready to trim around my strawberry. And we'll do that as quick as possible here. It just takes a little time just to cut around here. I'm trying to be a little careful. We will ink our edges, so if we have some white showing from the other side, the back of the backer paper, we can trim it up or cover it up with our inking. All right, there we go. There's one little spot here that I need to fix up here just a little. All right, there we go. Let's corner. Make sure we're nice and flat. Okay, that looks great. So we'll do the same thing to our back of our strawberry. And this time I'm going to have to trim this side and the bottom. And what I'll probably do for your sake is when I will fast forward the video so you don't have to sit here and watch me glue and cut around the image. I will fast forward it for you so you don't have to sit through that. All right, so now we have our covers completed, and we'll now work on the inside pieces. So I have it laid out in the way that I'm going to put it together. When I put the kit together, I decided that I wanted this page with this backer. So that is the order that they are in the kit. So now I am going to glue these two together, and we will continue to do the same process with all of the remaining strawberry shapes. And I'm going to show you this particular one first, and then how I put it together, because I noticed that this one edge does not line up, so I want to show you how it will line up. So we'll get this glued on here, and then I'll fast forward it as I finish the rest of them. So I noticed that this edge hangs over this other piece. So I'm going to match up my sides based on this side as best I can. And by using this glue, it gives me a little wiggle room to make any adjustments. So now that I have that the way I want it, grab my bone folder, spread it, burnish it down so that my glue gets all through there, and then I'm going to go back and trim off this edge. Like so. And then if you see any other little white spaces that you want to trim off, certainly feel free to do that as well. All right, that looks pretty good. All right, so I'm going to continue to do this for the rest of the journal pieces. and I will be back with you. So, okay, we're back. So again, we have our cover, our inside page covered, our backside page cover, and our back cover. And here are our interior pages of the strawberry shaped items. And I'm just going to like loosely stick those in there. And so you'll see that they all look nice together there. Now I have 3 other sheets here that we are going to also use for pages. And we're going to simply fold these in half. And then I'm going to cut around where this white is, just to curve our edge here. Okay, so here will be a page, and we're going to decide how we're going to glue this together. We're going to set this aside for now while we do the other 2. Matching up the edges. And then again, trimming off, running over the corners here. And the last one. All right, here we are. Now we are going to figure out where our placement for these. Now you want to make sure that the fold is going to be towards the middle, towards the left side. So fold towards the left. I think I'm going to put this one here. This one here. And then this one here. Yes. Okay. So we kind of have our structure for our journal. Next thing we're going to do is we're going to go to those 2 pages. Now, on these 2 pages, I can glue the entire thing here, glue this all down, and so it's just a solid page. Or I can choose to leave this open and create a little tuck spot, or the side open. And I think for our first one, I'm going to leave the top open. So that means I am going to need to glue this edge and this edge. Oh, we got a lot of glue hanging. A lot of glue coming out here, which is good. So that means we're going to get good adhesion on our edges. But we want to get this cleaned up before we do our next one. So now you'll see that we have a pocket. I'm going to lay this over on the side, and we'll go over to our next pocket. This one I think I'm going to glue shut. glue cleaned up. And there we are. And we'll do our last one here. And now this one, I think I want the side to be open. So I'm going to glue the top edge and the bottom edge. All right, I do see I have to trim up a little bit of the white on this. And then we have a little at the top edge here. All right. There we go. So now we have our pocket here on the side. And a little glue there. All right, and then that can get laid over here. Next thing I want to do is I want to ink all of my edges around all of my pages. And what I'm using is just a acid-free ink. This is chocolate brown. And we're just going to ink up our edges so that if we have any of that white peeking through, or the sides have like a white edge, you won't see that, as it won't stand out quite as much. All right. So I'm going to pause the video here quick while I ink up all of my edges around all of my journal pages. Okay, we're back, and I have inked all of my edges, and now we're going to work on the binding. And the binding is going to be using these binder rings, and so we are going to need to punch some holes in all of our pages. So I'm going to try to set this so that the depth is all the same. I think that'll work. And I'm going roughly an inch from the edge. Okay, so now we have our holes in our journal. We're just going to put 2 holes in this. And now I'm going to match up my next page. And we're going to match up, get the right side here, match up the hole. We'll punch our holes. Right, and then we're going to do this one. And this one, you know, we are going to need to add a third hole, because these pages are not going to quite fit between the holes that I've already added. So let's get this another hole in here, get it on the right side. Try to find the middle here. There we go. Now we can, I'm thinking that I want this edge, when you're placing your pages and punching your holes, we're going to not punch this bottom hole. We want to make sure that this rounded edge is inside the strawberry shape. Alright, so we have our holes here. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to punch my holes in all of my shapes, all of my pages that have oh heavens. Mary messed up. I punched my pocket. We were going to have our pocket stand up like this, and I had the wrong configuration. So we are going to do something with this middle hole. I'm not sure. Maybe I'll figure out something to do with this other hole here. But let's line up this page the right direction so that all right. I'll try this again. There we go. So since we had it on the right direction, we can put 3 holes in it. Now here, I'm going to get this lined up the way I want it. And then punch our holes. Make sure I got the right side. I do. We're getting close. There, I have to punch holes in this. I'll do 2 at a time, I think. All right. there. This one here is there. I'll punch these 2 holes, and then I'll put it together. Oh, it's the wrong side. In the middle. Together. So that's here. This goes there. This goes here. All right. We have our holes punched, and now we will put our binder rings in. And I'm going to start at the back. And just run your binder ring through the holes. Just want to check one thing. I want to make a slight change here. Oh, I have a, right here. This is going to go in this page. And our cover. All right, I have it in the configuration I want. So I have one of the binder clips in, and we will do this one next. And this one will be a little easier because everything should be all lined up here for us. There we go. And I already have 2 binder clips laid out here, but this gives you the gist of it. So we have our binder bound now, and now I'm going to stop the video, but we will continue on with our next phase, and that's going to be embellishing the journal. So thanks a lot. We'll see you soon.